Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, I'm in a real devilish mood, so who knows what's going to come out today. But I did do a video yesterday, but it was a really bizarre video, and I haven't actually pressed the publish button yet. It's there. I uploaded it straight away, and then something stopped me. I don't know, it was just I wasn't sure on the energy I was tapping into, but now I've got clarity that it's kind of, I think, the right energy, and so I will publish it. It's bizarre. Let's pull some cards because there's loads to talk about. What can I see? Bits of white. What's that on there? Okay. I've got the devil. I was charging the devil. See, I've taken him out of the sunshine now. Devil wants to play. That video will make more sense about wanting to play because it talks a lot about addictions, drug addictions, smoking, just at the moment kind of going back to codependent habits, I think, to kind of numb or to try and escape. And that's more the clarity that I've had today. So maybe I can bring a bit more meaning to that video. Okay, there was a lot of interruptions, not when I started. I'm going to say that it started off with, look at the little devil there, bopping away. It started off really with this cat that comes to visit and just normally meows, but at the beginning of the video there's just this one meow, so it's like, okay, I've got a message, and then the maintenance guy is just really outside, and it's a lot about, but I'd already come on thinking that it was more about no communications needed, it's a time of like solitude, it's a knowing without knowing. But I don't believe I explained it like that because I was really unsure as in what was going on with the reading or what I was picking up on. I've been picking up on drinking, people maybe being drunk. And yeah, it was after a conversation I actually had last night, and I still didn't upload it. I still didn't publish it. It was like, I don't know, it was just, I needed to hang on. And they were saying to me about how they were trying to escape through alcohol, and it just kind of really clarified the whole energy that I was picking up on. Anyway, right. And the song that I mentioned in there is actually Street Life, Randy Crawford. But today's song is R-E-S-P-E-C-T, find out what it means to me. And that is it. It's the respect level. I got some more flowers. Ask and you shall receive. How beautiful. They arrived yesterday. We are using, I don't know actually what I'm doing, the Oracle of Shadows and Light first, because I've got so much to talk about. I'm not sure what to start with. I'm going to put the boxes away today. It says it's time for a treat on the bottom, and that is exactly, I said I'm in the devilish energy. I want to get a reading done. I've got so much to go and like plan. Some really good stuff that kind of brings me enjoyment with that devil looking at me. So it's like we're going to be travelling. I love travelling. I haven't, last year I did travel a lot in the beginning of the year, but I haven't really had a holiday since August, and I kind of want to get back out. And this, yeah, there's some places I want to take my girls. And my daughter leaves school soon, so I want to get some stuff in. Anyway, so yeah, we're on the move. It's time for a treat. Was we meant to get another message? The power of three. I'm sure the three witchy sisters. We've been having this come back up, haven't we? It's been coming up quite a bit. Okay, I'm not going to read yet. I want to get more cards. I want to know what we're actually talking about. Let's get some tarot cards. Okay, the Rider-Waite. These cards have been everywhere with me. They have remnants of, I think, lots of, you know, countries and areas. Okay, let's get a story because I want to get some flow. And I found that all this stuff is starting to happen now since I took back my power and respect. There is respect. It's like being shown every time that you stand up for yourself. Okay, well, for me personally, it's like the universe is going, well done you, and here's your kind of reward. And it's like, okay, and stuff that maybe you don't want to deal with, and you just deal with it, and it's like you just stand in your knowing. It really is that shift, and it's like, okay, no, it's time for you to do what you're wanting to do. It is kind of like spirit misbehaving, and that came out the other day in a spirit misbehaving. The three witchy sisters, the power of three, and then we've got the Hierophant, which is a spirit. It's like being directed. It's like you don't want to conform. You actually just, when you try to conform, that's what kind of sends you into this energy of not knowing, of just like feeling guarded, not feeling that you can be authentically you. It's about breaking out of that now. I was just about to say it's about breaking free, but I was looking at the three witchy sisters. It was like about breaking free, which will come in with that power of three, because I believe that's about karmic cycles. There's a few that have the word three in it, so but I believe that one's about breaking karmic cycles. And if something's happened, it's going to happen 2 more times. And if it's happened twice, it's going to happen once more. And if it's happened the 3rd time, it's done. It's complete. It's final. And there's the 9 of Pentacles. That is a feminine, dominant, independent energy. The energy that I'm in, really. Saying, okay, I'm going to fulfill my own wishes now. This is when you do stand really strong in your own presence. But it has a very nurturing energy to it. And that's what I've been finding. I said, once you stand in this essence, we're talking like people being drawn to you. It's like you feel that you're not lovable. The opposite happens. You start receiving flowers. You start receiving attraction. It's like... So for me personally, I'm going to say it was like yesterday, most definitely. It was like masculines being attracted towards me. And it was beautiful. It's a beautiful energy to be around. So it's like you start attracting all the things that, once you see your own worth, it starts to become evident that others are seeing that as well. Okay. It's like it's noticeable. So, let's see what else these cards want to say. Well, we have the Page of Cups. This is the energy, okay. I'm not being disrespectful, but these masculines are getting, I'm not going to say brazen, confident in expressing feelings. This is the Page of Cups. This is when people, you know, are okay to make it aware that you're appealing. And this is what happens when you pass over that threshold. You think that, you know, you've kind of, your self-worth is just on the ground. And then watch what happens when you learn to respect yourself. Take back your worth. So we have the Page of Cups. This is love. Hey, Jazz. There we go. Knight in Cups. I was going to say it's not even that, but it's a knight in shining armour. That's like people wanting to be the hero, to rescue, to... this is like an admiration, wanting. This energy is very wanting. and it's causing conflict. So this desire is sleepless nights, and this is this craving. Let's go back to the video that, I don't know if you've watched it yet or not, but that energy is the escape from this love of actually wanting to escape to drugs or alcohol, just a numbing. Like I said, I spoke to somebody that had actually been using the weekend to numb out this love. Okay, what's the bottom of the deck then? Well, we have the Eight of Cups. This is going into the void, or going towards the Two. But this is going into that solitude state. And that's exactly what I'm picking up on the masculine's energy. So if I can explain the energies, how I'm picking up on them, feminine's very, very strong, very appealing, very attractive, and very abundant. It's been in the cards. Okay, when you kind of take back your power, you'll drop the ego, because the ego is just defensive, and it's just been in a knowing, and that just like emanates out, which in return has caused like a feeling of unconditional love towards the feminine essence. And this is wanting, but then we have the fear and the nightmare, and it's like the blocking out into the void to come out. And when you come out, it will be appealing, it will be abundant, it will be magical, it will be unexplainable. So good things are really on the horizon. Really hard to tell you when you're in this. And I suppose that's really where I've been as well. Since, well, I suppose maybe coming up for about a year. There. But you come out. And that's what it talks about in the video. It's like no words are needed. I think I might just keep it as that and not really name it as anything else. It's just like no words are needed. Where was I going with that? The video. Oh, explaining what this time of maybe devilish energy, going into the void, going back to whole old habits, maybe old karmic cycles. And it really is, I want to say it's just, I explain why drugs and codependency and alcohol is kind of a necessary part of the process. But then it's also about coming out and realising that, and kind of learning the lesson, not just continuously living in the lesson. I remember doing that at school actually. Why am I talking about this? Maths. And they had cassette players, and they would put you like in there was a row of tables towards the side of the wall, so you was facing the wall, and there was like maybe, I don't know, 5, 6 cassette players there. And you would have like, I don't know what they're called, but cards. You'd have different colour sections. And you couldn't move on until you had kind of completed all the cards within that section. And I just couldn't get past fractions. I think it was fractions. So I used to just go in every day, knowing that I wasn't going to get it. I wasn't getting it. I used to just put music cassettes in, but that kind of had an impact because I didn't go and ask for help, because every time they tried to explain it to me, it's like, I'm still not getting it. And I couldn't move on. So it was kind of, I remember that being held back because I suppose I was too, I don't know, wasn't being heard. Why am I talking about? I don't know. Learning the lesson. I would have spoke up a lot earlier and tried to explain it maybe in a different way, but hey, I needed to learn the lesson. It was fun. I kind of enjoyed myself. It was like I just got lost into my own music, but well, we'll just do it this way then. And so you end up being like kind of 2 grades behind everybody else. I left school at a young age, 13. I was kind of like, I'm not really going to be doing much of this. I done it, but not much. Right, romance angels. Okay. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And children. Your love life is being affected by children. We're going to get one more. And you're calling in your soulmates. Your prayers, affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. The intensity of the love that's being felt out there, that is trying to be numbed, rejected and cut, is causing a pain. I was described yesterday as a pain like no other. Okay. And it was explained to me that it wasn't a pain, that it was a pain of love, of the intensity of love, of knowing that this type of love was irreplaceable. Okay. So I'm going to leave it like that when I come to this level of love. We have children. So your love life is being affected by children. All I can say is, take back your power. I had to do it within my own home, and now I have the utmost respect being shown to me. And I'm giving it back as well. And now we're back to having fun. We can lose our way. And so can our children. But if we've lost our way in the dark night of the soul, that does have an impact. We don't think that it does. And we have to take responsibility for that, for changing the vibration. It's hard when you have others around you and you're responsible for others when you're struggling yourself. You're trying to be a role model when you know that deep down inside you're not you're not parenting yourself very well. Okay. We have forgiven and learning. I'm reading these kind of backwards. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So I'm going to read this one. I don't know whether I should read the children card. Let's get some advice. The Romance Angels sent you this card because children are a significant factor in your love life. Either you want them, or you or your partner have kids who are influencing your love life. This is a factor to consider when you desire to improve your romantic future. The angels honour and support all expressions of love, and they're willing and able to help you with any issue concerning children. In addition, this card can signify that your or your partner's inner child is affecting your relationship. This may mean there's a need for playfulness or a light-hearted spirit, or it could signal that it's time to heal a childhood emotional wound. The loving nature of your inner child and children in general is supportive of healing work, especially when its intention is to bring in more love. Children adore it when you're playful. They do. They don't like their parents being unhappy. And I think that can really... They don't know how to express that, but they most definitely pick up on it. Let's read this Forgiving and Learning. The Romance Angels have heard your desire for great love, and they bring you this card as guidance. They see that your heart can give and receive the bliss of romance by clearing away the cobwebs of the past. The angels know that you've been hurt before and that you're wary of being hurt again. Yet your defences are creating barriers to allowing love into your life. As you heal your past, you won't keep recreating it. After all, you attract into your life the situations and relationships that remind you of what you've already experienced, because that is a primary tool to healing. To change to a healthier relationship pattern, it's necessary to detoxify any old anger, blame, or unforgiveness you may be holding, and this includes forgiving yourself. If you call upon the angels and ask them to help you release and heal your past, they'll clear away the heaviness so that your heart can soar with happiness. Okay. The meaning behind it. It's the engagement. Okay, so it's the third energy between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So it's all part of the process. There's a pattern. Hence why I was kind of like, I don't know, a bit hesitant about putting on yesterday's reading. It was a bit like, I'm not sure I should really be putting this out. And then it was kind of like, oh, okay, I really maybe do need to put this out. But I wanted to do this video first. Okay. Because, you know, you may start to consider that I have gone like that shit crazy, but it's cool. I've already addressed that one. So, and this is really the understanding to it, the engagement. Your love life is ascending to a high level of commitment. Congratulations. This card signifies pending nuptials. Sorry. Oh, congratulations. This card signals pending nuptials, beginning with a romantic engagement. Even if you're not presently in a relationship, the romance angels can see one upon your horizon. This card comes to you as reassurance, specifically so that you'll choose to release any worries about whether you'll get married, because you will. Deep romantic love, in which you feel treasured, is in the cards for you. The deeper meaning of this card relates to commitment. First, you commit to taking care of yourself. You establish boundaries about what you will and won't accept in your relationships and in other life areas, such as career, home, lifestyle, and so on. Next, you honour your self-commitment by taking decisive action and telling others how you truthfully feel about their behaviour. As you commit to yourself, the universe sends you additional experiences of loving commitment, including the promise of marriage. There you go. Touches on. It finds you. I didn't even leave the house. I think it was like, 3 different encounters within literally it was boom, boom, boom. Okay, that's interesting. All bringing very much, you know, loving energy, very nice. So what's the whole kind of point of it? Well, it's just said you find your own self-respect, but you're calling in your soulmate. There is 2 energies here. There's one that's thriving and there's one that's not. Okay, so we're calling in your soulmate. We're going to read this. I've obviously done it in that order for a reason. It's going to say in that area. And it is, we've touched on 4 different areas. Children, forgiving and learning. Most definitely yourself, taking back control, your engagement, okay, and that's how we obviously then attract what we are, and we're calling in our soulmates. So, let's read this. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, find out what it means to me. You, like everyone, have soulmates. These are people with whom you share time in heaven and in other lives. You made a soul agreement to meet in this lifetime for the purpose of mutual spiritual growth. You have many such agreements with various people who are all your soulmates. They include friends, family members, co-workers, and romantic partners. This card guides you to actively call your romantic soulmate into your life. You can do so through prayer, affirmations, and visualizations. It also means working on yourself so that you epitomize That'd be clever to call him your soulmate, okay? Epitomise your qualities, the qualities you're seeking in a partner. You have to read that again. It also means working on yourself so that you epitomise, I think that's how you say it, the qualities you're seeking in a partner. I would have chosen a different word, but emanate the qualities, I would have said that. Reflect, I don't know. For instance, if you desire a significant other who's got a great sense of humour, develop this within yourself. Like attracts like, which is part of calling in your soulmate. Okay. Still haven't read that Witch, the Power of Three, which we started. I'm not done either yet. So, okay, this is getting interesting. I don't know. We're not picking up much on this masculine energy. Well, we are. Picking up more on this feminine, the strength of this feminine's energy. But it's caused the masculine energy to go into the void, and it looks like it's caused the masculine energy to go into the void. I want to say like kind of big time darkness. Let's have a look at the enchanted map. I'm going to pull one for the feminine energy and one for the masculine energy, because lately we seem to be touching on both of them in the same reading. And they're different people. So I don't think it's a masculine and feminine within yourself. I think it's a masculine and a feminine. So we'll pull a card for the feminine first. Let's see what's going down with the feminine's energy. It's very strong. Well, I didn't look to see if my cards were upside down or not, but it's come up with solitude and it's upside down. Completely right. I'm totally coming out of solitude now. Okay, let's have a look. Look. Right then. It actually says reversed, but I think it's going to say that we're extremely depressed, because it does have the reversed. I'm going to read the reverse. I never read the reverse meaning. But, and then I'm going to see what way the pack's up, and I'm going to put them up normal. Okay. Check that out. I thought it was a windmill. Is it a windmill? It looked upside down. It looked like a windmill. And that's one of the places we're going to go. We're going to go and see some windmills. How awesome. Let's do it. So it says, too much solitude results in isolation and separation. Now is the moment to get together with friends and join in the merriment. Hiding out will lead to loneliness and negative thinking. Separation at this time isn't a healthy choice. Are you in a situation in which you feel alone? You need to share this, not keep it to yourself. By joining in with others, you'll hear what you need to know, because Spirit finds a way to speak through them without their even knowing it. You have the key to let yourself out of this prison. You are loved and never alone. It's awesome. Okay, let's have a look at this masculine's energy then. We're off to see the windmills. Soon. I think very soon. Oh, I didn't look to see if they were upside down. They are. And it was education that's on the bottom. Upside down, that kind of makes me feel this one wants to go across the floor though. Okay. Details. Wanting to know the details. What of my trip? Okay. Wanting clarity. Details. Where are we off to? Well, I'm thinking first port of call is Amsterdam. Off to see some windmills. And I don't really know. Okay, off to see some windmills. And stay in a very nice area of Amsterdam. And I go and visit my husband. I have scattered some of his ashes over there. That's in Bellatrix Park, which is actually in the financial district. So a very nice very nice hotel. One that's very social, so you can be up and recording and working at 2 a.m. and there's people that can cook for you, and it's like open 24 hours, and it's a real good social scene. So we're going there. Okay, details. Well, that's a little bit. One trip. Right, so it says the most powerful patterns are created within the tiniest details. Pay attention. Pay attention. That's why I've got to get busy, because one thing I'm really good at doing is organising trips and having fun. So, very exciting. I can put this stuff together very, very quickly. So, details. I don't think you need too many details. I just decide in my head, well, I know I'm going to be doing this, and this. They're places I've been before, so I know where to go, what to kind of miss out on, what I want to experience with certain people. It's kind of already a done deal. And then you just kind of go, okay, and then when you actually come to booking it, it just all works out. You get the best prices, everything's very convenient. That's how it goes. So details. Yeah, we just kind of go with the flow like that, but you don't get there and think, well, what do we do? I know exactly what I want to do when I get there. Details. And writing poetry, I think. I say that. I don't know about that bit. Okay, details. See, this is a time to be aware of the fine print in all areas of your life. Look at the details and leave the broad strokes for another time. When this card appears in a reading, it's a sign to finesse a project, make small but meaningful gestures, or add a personal touch to your correspondence. Be aware that what you need to know lies in the details. If you're entering into an agreement of any kind, pay attention to them before, not after, when it's too late. Clarity and transparency are key. You can gain great understanding by observing the minute body language, offhand remarks, and fleeting facial expressions that reveal the larger picture. So, details. This is another thing, because I've got some intentions now to actually go towards a community project. But before I start putting that into motion, I need to go away and have a think and just make sure that I've looked at all the details that I need to look at before I'm at, because there's no rush, but I want to. It's like that solitude, I want to now. So holiday first, like, it's like, should be getting busy, no, I need to take a holiday. That. For clarity. Okay then. But is that come out for the masculines? I don't know. Maybe it's both. I'm going to get one for joints, see if we can... Details. It's the unfolding of it. It's a 1144. Dragon's Lair. That's the devil's looking at me. Card number 19. You are always protected and divinely directed. You have a remarkable internal warning system that lets you know when things are out of alignment. You're about to enter dangerous territory. So tread carefully and be aware of your surroundings. The path you're on now is one that will challenge you to the core. Okay, I think this is definitely for the masculines. That said, peril is also exciting and exhilarating. Like the danger, oh, this is so touching on the masculine's energy. Like the danger you feel before you enter a new relationship, knowing that you'll be changed forever. A life lived fully isn't lived only in safety. A new experience is calling to you, one that will test your courage. The choice is yours, but there is greater value in risk-taking than remaining unchallenged. New territories are waiting to be discovered. No one's stealing my energy today, so oh, I don't know what to pull. Let's pull a I don't know who to focus on. Okay, let's have a look at this masculine energy. How long have I been on for? 35 minutes. Let's clear the board. Okay. Spoke yesterday about my cough and about really feeling that, you know, you just need to get it off of your chest now. I'm not even going to read that Power of 3. Do I want to carry on using these cards? It's got windy out there. The weather's turned again. It was so lovely and bright, and now it's a bit doom and gloomy. Not sure what I'm doing. Putting my cards away. Like a good girl. What's the book? Well, it's not as silent as yesterday's video. I mean, the beginning of that video annoyed me. It was like, listening back, it was like, oh, I don't think I'm going to put this out. This is just not making any sense. But I think the video does make sense. We'll put it up. Got the world at the bottom here. Time to wrap up those cycles so that new ones can begin. Lighting's not great in here today, is it? Okay, I'm just going to read the cards as they come out. A Knight of Wands, a passionate knight who's on his horse, off to deliver a passionate offer. The knight offers. The knight is an offerer. He doesn't bring a message, he brings an offer. Horse is more determined at the moment. The rider looks a little bit scared. Unconditional love. Okay, it's like it's overflowing, but it looks like it's quite daunting. It's quite scary. But then we have the Fool here. He's going to take a leap of faith. It's like jumping off the cliff. Starting afresh. Edelweiss. We have the 1111 card. Okay, so that's a divine partnership. Divine masculine, divine feminine coming together. They've got the King of Cups, so it's the king, the king of emotions. That's who he is. The King of Love, feeling balanced, I'm going to say, or maybe not, but definitely feeling the emotion of love. He's the one sending out the knight. It's the king there, right in the centre. So that is the divine masculine's energy that's incorporating unconditional love. We've got the Hermit, which is about an understanding, going with him. Okay, the stars there in the lantern. He has his head down. He's thinking. He knows the truth. And now it's just about when. It's like when, I want to say, when do you walk away from that bush there with the pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles is waiting for your manifestation to come in. It's there. It's just waiting for the right time to go towards the Queen of Pentacles. This is the Divine Feminine's motherly, nurturing energy. And it's destiny. I don't really know, you know, I can't even say it is what it is. It's a very deep connection. We have a passionate king here sitting on his throne. I could say he's the one that sent out the knights. We've got the king in the middle. I don't know if you can, let me see if I can show you how these cards come out. So if we have a look here, we've got the knight. We can have a look at the knight going towards, I'm going to say, the counterpart. So divine masculine, divine feminine. Just the right time. It's like this kind of yearning, just needing to do it. Unconditional love here with the King of Cups underneath and then the Queen of Pentacles underneath him. There's a leap here, it's taking a leap of faith, back new beginnings, knowing the truth, understanding the truth that this is destiny. There you have it. So, the block. Journey of love. Let's see what the guidance is. Okay, journey of love. Let's have some guidance here for this masculine energy. Devotion to the small. Okay. 32. She bows, she honours growth. She sees that within the smallest flower there is the teaching of the earth, the gospel of Gaia, the mystery of life demonstrated. She recognises that she too is of nature, subject to the mysteries of growth and life, that in honouring nature, in taking pleasure in life, she opens her heart to allow great creation to happen through her. I'm having a deja vu, guys. So, okay, we probably have done this before like this, but let's just carry on. Because this is about recognising, it says here, I'm going to just hit on it, the feminine wisdom. So, this is the feminine wisdom alive in men and women with open hearts. This is an innate wisdom within you that understands this devotion to the Earth Mother as an important step in fulfilling your spiritual destiny on this planet. She is speaking to you now, letting you know that there is a small change happening, something that is growing within you, that you may recognise but not think is so important. Yet she tells you now that it is very significant. Soon you will see that what you thought was a seed to yield a single flower is actually blossoming into a lush garden of manifestation. Gratitude and love for the small changes happening are leading you into fullness that you can have only dream of. I'm going to read that part again, sorry. Gratitude and love for the small changes happening are leading you into fullness that you can only dream of. Enjoy. The message of this oracle for you is that your blossoming is occurring now, and the Earth Mother has gratitude for your presence within her being, for the work you are doing to help other human beings. She asks you to surrender any concern to her that you have, and to let her creative power continue to gently guide you into your rightful place in the world, that you may shine as you were born to do so, in service to the evolution of this planet. She is helping you now. Trust her. Okay, that's what did you pick up on about the garden, the lush garden, your manifestation? Soon you will see that. Sorry. Soon you will see that what you thought was a seed. So you've got the one pentacle there. To yield a single flower is actually blossoming into a lush garden of manifestations. Okay. What's the poem? A flower is a poem that tells you the truth of a thought in the fragrance of a dream, as fleeting as the heartbeat, as lasting as a memory. Poetry is them. In Amsterdam Park, I have, it's raining now, and I have a love heart that's spinning in my window that's, it was just knocking against the window. Right, it's got really quite dark. Okay. I'm going to end on a Rumi. And, okay, I'm going to do, because there's the awe, being in awe of the Divine Feminine. So I'm going to pull a card for what the energy and the Rumi message for the Divine Feminine, so that you have an understanding of what the Divine Feminine's going through, and then I'll pull a card for the energy of the Divine Masculine and see what message wants to come out that way, and then it's a message for both energy. So the Divine Feminine's got the whirling goddess, and the Divine Masculine's energy. And remember, their energies, okay? It doesn't mean to have the Divine Masculine. This reading could be for actually a feminine who's in the Divine Masculine's energy, and vice versa. And that happens very often. It's I would it has to be 50-50 at some point, okay? Because we're integrating these energies. Very high percentage of feminines are in a masculine energy, and the masculines are in the feminine energy, okay? You've got two for the Divine Masculine's energy, and it's beyond death, there's life. Which just says beyond death, life, card number 1, and cosmic heart. We read what we have to read, but it's just got very dark. Card number 30 for the, I'm going to say the Divine Feminine's energy. Love your head. It doesn't say that. Why do I write? Okay, I might need a light on, guys. Okay, let me just go and turn a light on. Might still have a cough as well, actually, while I'm here. I'm doing very well today, but we read these cards and I'm getting off. It's getting chilly. Let's close the window. Okay. That's a bit better. Enough of being in the dark. Tell if I dried my hands. That's what trousers are for. Card number 30. Let's do this. Lose your head. Not a single thread that has a head can go through the eye of the needle. And now I've got light bulbs. Let's see if I can kind of block the light bulbs. That might do it. Come, my love. Are you dizzy yet? If you can still find your feet, then that is okay with me. But if you can still find your head down, oh my, I've got to try and make some sense of this, haven't I? Dizzy. Come, my love, are you dizzy yet? If you can still find your feet, then that is okay with me. But if you can still find your head, then I will take issue. There is a great dance, but it cannot be danced with choreographed steps. No, this great dance demands a response rather than an initiation, a reaction rather than a direction. So let us disassemble and lose our heads to the great music, the rhythm held steady in our beating hearts. Our feet shall be moving whilst our minds, inadequate to the task, take the night off. I'm not going to be able to read them. Okay, so I'm going to pick up from this part. There's no way I'm going to be able to read it. My voice isn't going to allow me. So let's just obey and read from where I got it right. So I'm saying this is for the feminine energy, okay? You are ready, you see, sweet soul dancer. You are ready to live beyond what you know, to have it not matter if you don't understand how life can work itself out, or how it could be that someone so normal and ordinary as you and I could also be magnificent, wild and divine. The need for answers and plans, assurances and explanations is going out of your wild now. Your world now. These lights. You are not to wait for permission, for explanation, or even another dance partner, for I am already inviting you on the great dance floor. You are to let go of any stigma around not knowing. When someone asks you what you are going to do next, or how you are going to manage, you are given the divine mandate with relish. Reveal the truth. I don't know. Know nothing and dance, sweet soul, for all will unveil itself to you in perfect harmony and timing. Your heart shall create the steps in response to the music of the spheres happening now, alive and spontaneous and free. Okay, this oracle brings you a special message. If there is an issue, apparently unsolvable or unknowable in your life now, the divine is handling it. The divine is in the middle of it, working through the knot and unravelling it. Fear not. Do the sacred ritual and give yourself permission to take the night off from worry. Repeat this heavenly prescription daily as needed. Okay, so for the divine feminines, okay, watching, here's a sacred honouring ritual. Say aloud, I give my heart permission to lead this dance. I give my mind some time off. No more worry or doubt, planning or resisting. Instead, I surrender. Instead, I open. Instead, I allow, I allow, I allow. And all unfolds with perfection, divine timing, and the miracle of grace. With Rumi as my sole witness, so be it. You have completed your honouring ritual. Okay, so that's spot on. It's like unstoppable. You don't even need a dance partner, but you're very aware of that, okay? But what was I going to say on that? Oh, I was going back to say something. Oh, yeah, I know. You are to let go of the... Oh, no, that's not the part. Oh, here. I didn't even need to turn. This oracle brings you a special message. If there is an issue apparently unsolvable or unknowable in your life now, the divine is handling it. The divine is in the middle of it, working through the knot and unravelling it. Fear not. Okay? So that's for the feminine essence. What the divine has its hands on is unravelling, and unknotting is the divine masculine's energy. So let's read what Beyond Death Life is for the masculine's energy, because in the, I don't know what reading it was, when I said that the feminine had drawn this sacred circle around her to protect her energy and was just going forth. And it was like, I believe the message was is that divine was looking after both of the counterparts. So it's just touching on that again. So let's go to number 1. There's a leap of faith here, the 0 card. My voice is going again. So I'm not sure how much of this message I'm meant to read. Footprints lead to the shore of the sea. Beyond that point, no trace remains. Rumi. I'll read and I'll know if I need to stop, okay? And I just want to not get that glare there. But it annoys me holding it like that. Okay. I am calling to you. Can you hear me? Listen. Within your hearts there I speak. My voice rings true. You are urged beyond what has been. The time has come. Lay it to rest now. This ending comes as grace to free you from all that you have known. For what you have known is now too small for your soul. Lost my space. I lost my space. Lost my place. Bear your uncertainty and equanimity. I am certain enough for both of us. Allow me to show you the light that you are, that burns within you, blazing angel of heavenly purity. I will unveil you to yourself, undressing your ego, casting aside its layers, as tender as a lover, with unwavering attention upon the sacred body of light. You should know yourself in truth, as pure beyond all experience, untainted, ever innocent, as a pure vessel stripped bare, ready for the divine revelation, as light, as life, as love. Okay, I'm going to read it. I feel it's important that we read this one. My voice has cleared a little bit, so all good. The soul craves variety because it leads to wholeness, and wholeness leads to divine revelation. The purpose of the soul incarnating in this world is in the first place is to realise its divinity through the sacred crucible of life. The older the soul, the closer it is to the realisation of divine oneness, and the more powerful its determination to shed that which would constrain complete and conscious immersion into the divine presence. So here you are, an old soul at the edge of something you have known, at the cusp of an ending and a beginning. I'm going to have to hold up the full card because I said you're going to take a leap off the cliff. Perhaps you are already in surrender and falling in, or perhaps you are fearful and resisting as you greet your unknown destiny. Yet this moment is happening because your own divine soul has chosen for it to be this way, so that love may grow. There is no punishment in this ending, nor is there anything to fear. There may be pain, there may be grief and loss, there may be uncertainty and even insecurity. Yet you have a heart big enough to bear such growing pains. Your heart is even big enough to receive the joy that is lying in wait for you as you stumble across her in the course of your clumsy, inspired travels into new life. You can scoop her up in your arms and spin her wildly around as she delights in your embrace, throwing her head back and laughing her vibrant, contagious laughter, filling you with exquisite ecstasy. Yes, you shall know the truth, the knowledge that the divine is with you, guiding every unfolding moment of your life journey. No matter how dark it may first appear, the divine is with you in unflinching generosity, with compassion, and with fierce passion for your blossoming into all that you are, all that you can be. Okay. So what must you do to receive this divine grace, this new life? You must be willing to face death. It may be that death has come to you in the form of loss of a beloved one, a physical loss that takes you into the darkest despair or depths of your grieving heart. It may be death that comes to you in the ending of a financial or professional situation you once relied on. It could also be in the sense that you don't really know who you are anymore. Old identities having shown themselves to be inadequate, inaccurate, mere ego masks, too small for the great being that you are starting to suspect you may be. Your death may be a choice to let go, to take a step in a new direction, to move house, to end a relationship, to change career, or to step away from a religious or philosophical tradition, or a group or teacher. Your death may not feel as though it has come by choice at all. It may be a sickness that leaves you feeling helpless, a relationship or other life circumstance changing when you wish with all your heart that it would not. Your transition through this death may be triggered by an inner feeling that you cannot quite pin down. Nonetheless, it powerfully propels you away from what has been and towards untapped possibilities, perhaps even towards great confusion as you encounter life in a new way, finding even somewhat unprepared and uncertain as to what may lie ahead of you now. How you deal with this grace, hidden though it may at first appear to be under the cloak of crisis, is up to you. You have enough spiritual intelligence to shift perspective and to choose, if you wish, to rest your inner gaze upon what lies beyond the death. Gaze instead upon the new life that is awaiting you. Doesn't say that. Upon the new life that is calling you. Same thing. Okay, right. When you know deep within that no matter what experiences you have had in your life, that you are untainted, you will be more easily able to trust in the love the divine has for you. You won't question your worthiness, and therefore you will trust in life more easily and more fully, no matter how much it asks of you at times. The divine is a relentless lover. It wants nothing less than your total being to be held in its embrace. Sometimes that means we will have to give up lesser loves for the greater lover, the divine one that calls us to remember our true nature. You are a beautiful blazing soul having a human experience that defies explanation and opens you up to divinity. This is what is happening in your life now. Whether the death is obvious and painful to you, or whether you are uncertain as to how it is yet showing up in your life, either way, there is an ending imminent and new life coming to you, with greater opportunity for your radiant soul to shine its beauty in the world. Off to Amsterdam. How exciting! I'm really excited. Grasp it eagerly, beloved. Now is not the time for fear or hesitation. Focus on what is becoming, whilst honouring what is no longer to be. I'm not going to read the Sacred Honouring Ritual because I believe that the Cosmic Heart, sorry guys, we'll read that one. But there you go. What do you need to do? Did it say you just need to face death? Now we come to this Cosmic Heart. Okay. There's that infinity symbol there with card number 8. And now my voice wants to go again. Let's get the message out. Okay, here we go, Divine Masculine's energy. I was dead, I became alive. I was tears, I became laughter. The power of love arrived and made me everlasting power. I have seen everything. I have no fear. I have the heart of a lion. I shine like Venus. Do you see how I bent the card then? Okay. Oh, please let me get through the message. Come on. I think we're going to be discussing this pain here that's being felt. Okay. Or maybe it's trying to be numbed or ignored. I think there's definitely been the explanation here as to what's going on. So it says, the message reads, I hear it and weep. In sublime reverence, I bow to this loving, beating, loving heart of the universe. It echoes throughout all of creation. Once, some time ago, I was deaf. I had not heard one true sound. Much noise, but no truth. So I believed in many things not worth believing in. Then, in a moment of my crisis that cracked my heart open, I was given a gift. Though I felt fear and confusion, a gift came to me, more powerful than those temporary ailments. That gift was the ability to hear the sound hidden beneath all of life. I heard it, that sacred sound of the beating heart of universal love. Now I know that belief in unworthy things, like fear and doubt, is lunacy. Even my loneliness became unconvincing to me. At the beginning of the video, called No Words Needed, when you listen to the maintenance man on his lawnmower, it did just sound like noise. Just noise. Trying to kind of find yourself through the noise. I don't know. Okay. We are emanated by this living heartbeat, part of life that is sustained by it. You and I, the planets, the birds and the fishes, emerge from the great source because of this beating heart of the universe. It pumps life through our veins. What proof of this is needed? You live. That is proof. I hear it everywhere now. It has become so loud, louder than any word of fear. It resonates through my soul and eclipses any tremor of anxiety. There was a time, I'm going to put this card down, guys. I don't know how much of this I'm reading. There was a time on the journey of love when the beloved, that would be you and me, sweet soul, is prepared to engage more completely with the heart of the divine lover. The preparation will be a rich process, spiritually speaking. It may also feel like being beaten, pummeled, simmered and stirred in the pot of the divine master chef to become a sacred and savoury meal fit for the most heavenly of feasts. This is a courageous and bold process, one that will create the most delicious aromas in the soul, and yet it is one that will likely take us right to the places we would rather avoid, places of confrontation with pain, but where the loss of its grip on our being no longer lets us quake and retreat from life in fear or uncertainty. You have been through such tantalising trials, the push to surrender fear, the realisation your attempts at control amount to not so much, actually, so why not abandon them altogether? The trials have asked you to confront every part of your being that holds itself back in resistance to what is, in resistance to what life presents at this very moment. You have been asked to become comfortable with the possible discomfort of not knowing. And to understand, you don't have to understand anything for life to work out with perfect synchronicity and generous grace. You have been asked to bear darkness without losing hope for the return of the light. You have been asked to trust in your own heart wisdom when your mind was terrorised by nightmares and hallucinations of fear. They were so powerful, you were certain they must be real, that you must be crazy not to run and hide somehow, somewhere. And yet here you are, still loving, still wise and ready for a love bigger than you have ever experienced before. So we step forward together, you and I. I link my arm through yours and I urge you on. Let us run together and jump over the edge. No more half living in any way for you and me. We will weep crystal clear tears, and we will laugh with such joy that stars will burst forth, borne upon our exhalations. We will hear the beating of the cosmic heart pounding in our ears, and how we shall dance to it. That sacred, intoxicating rhythm moves hips and hands and hearts, raising the soul from slumber. But that heart does beat so loud, it can be startling to the parts of you unsure to such wild, unconditional affection and rowdy playfulness. You may worry that this great love is not going to be careful enough with you. What if you get tossed around in the great oceans of love? You will surely be disorientated and become lost to the world you once knew. How then will you know where to go? Fear not, my soulmate. Love has its wisdom and its way. We shall become lost in its genius together. Whilst our minds are tipped this way and that, tumbled in love's great waves, we shall be forced to surrender our useless intelligence and become mindless. Then how easy it shall become for the perfection of love to guide us, for there shall be nothing within to question and resist. We will no longer have to find the way, for we will have become the way. This oracle comes with special guidance for you. More love is rushing towards you like a great cosmic tsunami. You will struggle with this blessing to the extent that you will attempt to hold on to what has been. So don't. Let go. Let it move you. You'll perhaps get some water up your nose, but nothing will come to you that you cannot handle. You'll be disheveled somewhat, undoubtedly, yet as you are washed up upon love's shining shore, keeping every hair in place will be the last thing on your mind. You'll be too caught up in the wonder of perfection, realising how deeply loved you are and how unnecessary it is to contrive a way to live your purpose. Instead, you'll have no idea what is going on. You'll be surrendered in a passionate embrace with life, simply being your exquisite, crazy, unique self, saturated with divine love. It will drip from you, out of your feet, your eyes, your voice, your touch. You'll water the earth with love's oceanic presence. Oh, how that tsunami will deliver you into your divine destiny. No need for any contrivance. Contrivance? Let your hair down and get messed up. Your destiny awaits for you now. Is contrivance like a drug? I don't know. It's like you don't... That's what I... So I'll Google it. That's a great message. That's exactly it. That's spot on. That's the... You've got the feeling emotion. I can't sing with a cough. I can't sing anybody. What am I looking for? Oh, a word. Okay. Okay, we don't want the messages yet. Come on. Just want to look at a word. Oh, they tell me how to pronounce it as well. This could be like a real good... The use or skill to create or bring out something, especially with a consequent effect of artificiality. The requirements of the system be happy chance and some contrivance. How do you say it? Contrive. Say that again, sorry. Contrivance. Don't need a plan. That's it. You just don't need a plan. That's pretty awesome. Okay. Now we know. I'm going to do the sacred honouring ritual. My energy is quite high considering the masculine's energy is not. So It's like I'm sitting here feeling, am I disrespectful because I'm not actually taking on the energy of this, the achingness or this heart breaking open. It's kind of, I've been there, done that, and I'm over the other side, so I can understand it. But it's like I've been trying to say to people, when you just get over that, when you're just over on the other side, when you come out of the darkness, it's beautiful. So I'm not going back there. I can't go back there. I can pick up on the energy, but I can't go back there. There's no need. It's not necessary for me to go back through that. But I understand. The realisation of feeling you're just this opening up to unconditional love. It's just to a love so pure. So let's read this sacred honouring ritual. It says, place your hand on your stomach and the other over your heart. Focus on your breath flowing gently in and out. When you are ready, say the following aloud. I'm smiling because you'll watch the other video. I talk about me suffering from asthma as a child and learning a breathing technique. And I just wonder why I was telling you this. And it's like you watch this video first, maybe, and then you go and watch the other one. I think it'll make more sense. So, place your hands on your stomach and the other over your heart. Focus on your breath flowing gently in and out. When you are ready, say the following aloud. Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, with all the wild love and unconditional affection of the universal heart, help me now. I trust in my own heart wisdom and in the truth of your love for me. Please help me trust in the flow of life, let go of my fixed plans and ideas, and open up to the genius of life itself. May I realise that my destiny will unfold with absolute perfection, and may I trust in the signs I am given. May I be able to release any false guidance based in fear, and may I open up instead to genuine guidance and inner knowing based in love. Under the grace of your protection, may this be so. When you are ready, simply place your hands in prayer position and bow your head gently to your hands. This is your simple and powerful action that reminds you of this truth. Your head is supposed to bow and honour the heart, not try to dominate or control it. You have completed your sacred honouring ritual. It's really raining. Okay, let's leave it there. So you probably have two videos. Wow, longest 118. 118, it's 1 hour, 18 minutes, but hey, it's all good. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there. We'll catch up soon. Okay, just have a good day. Keep smiling. Okay, take care. Bye for now.